I'm not good afternoon to everybody. You are most welcome to this first session. Good afternoon, and welcome. I must say it's a pleasure to have you all on today's call. Okay, so before we really start, or before we really kick off with the training session, first of all, we'd like to thank AWEB Nigeria for this partnership because it's really a pleasure to always work with women entrepreneurs. We know that it's not easy, and also we are here to encourage and facilitate this process. Okay, now this is a training that is really offered by AWEB, okay, in partnership with Impact Harm, which is called the Digital Skills Program. And this training is going to run for a period of 1 month, maybe a little more because we're in December. So obviously we're going to have just first 2 sessions this month, and then the next will be carried over to the next year. Okay, now this is the program as a whole, but for us to have a detailed introduction as to why this is primordial for you, I will definitely leave the floor to Oluyemisi to actually introduce the whole training this afternoon. You have the floor, please.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I don't know if you can see me. I can't see
Yeah, we can.
myself, but yes. Okay. I'd just like to welcome everyone. Thank you very much, Lorraine, for doing that brief intro. So I hope everyone can hear me clearly. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, we
Hello.
can hear you very clearly.
Awesome. Awesome. So, who's our is African Women's Entrepreneurship Program, and this is the Nigerian chapter, which I'm currently the president of. And we are an outreach and education initiative that targets African women entrepreneurs, especially in Nigeria. And it was initially initiated by the Department of State of the United States to help women take advantage of the African Growth Opportunities Act. But we have since engaged in other avenues of encouraging women to trade beyond borders. And lately, one of the things that we find is easier um, to attain when you want to cross borders is your digital ability. And so our partnership with Impact Her is very strategic and very, very key to enable women to start to understand what they need to know to put their products online. They say if you're not online, you're not seen, you don't exist. So we want to start by for those who've tried and didn't quite get there, those who are just wanting to hone their skills, and those who don't even have any clue. We're hoping that this training would equip you appropriately, which is why we're doing it in 8 stages. It's not just a one-off. It's to for you to build up so that at the end of the 8 stages, you should be competent. And Impact How will be going through and checking on the progress and the learnability of each and every one that is registered for this training. So it just takes me back to what, basically telling you what our own core values are. And our core values are collaboration, integrity, tenacity, excellence, and sisterhood. I think we've accomplished 80% with Impact Her because we're collaborating with her. We have collaborated with other other associations to bring their women on board for this training. We want you to stick through it through the 8 stages, and we want you to excel at it. More so, we're focused on women. So I think we're even 100% if I were to if I were to go through that. So I'd like to encourage each and every one to take time to take notes, listen well, and put each training into practice. This will be valuable to each and every one of you, including myself. So I'm still learning. I'm not there yet. So I'd like to encourage everyone to hone those skills so that you can actually trade beyond your borders. So I'll hand over back to Lorraine. I think she's just gone off, but I'll hand over to Lorraine, and I wish each and every one of you, um, what would I call it, a successful learning process. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. That was so inspiring. And I just wished I was a woman entrepreneur right now after hearing this speech. Thank you so much for this. And I hope the participants took this with really an open heart because it's very important. To be very honest, we usually tell the people with whom we work or we train that it's capital for you to take this training very seriously and to put it in applications, because truth be told is you would definitely see the impact if you're focused on the sessions, if you're following, if you're ensuring that you're learning, and that after the process you're putting it into application. Trust me, towards the eighth session is going to really be awesome. Thank you very much once more for that introduction. I think we can now proceed to the class. Okay. Right. Everybody, welcome once more. First of all, apologies because I started talking, but I did not introduce myself. Sincere apologies. So I'm called Lorian Nefan, okay? And I am a trainer with Impact Her and equally a digital marketing strategist with Impact Her. Okay, so on behalf of Impact Her and AWEB, we welcome you to your very first section where you will help your business scale, take your business to a whole other level. Okay, now I've told you my name and I've told you what I do. And moving forward, I need to equally tell you where I'm joining you from. So, in order to make sure this section is smooth, I'm joining you from a very incredible country. I'm joining you from Cameroon. Okay, so this is where I'll be joining you from. And obviously, for today's call, I'm not going to be alone. There's Beryl, who's here in case anything happens. She's at the back end. She's going to make sure that this training is successful, and she's equally here to ensure that it keeps running out smoothly. And Beryl is a trainer, but importantly, the partnership lead at Impact Her. Okay, now aside from Beryl, we're having Judith that you are going to see a lot in the comment section. Judith is here to pick your questions, to answer to, and to make sure that all your training goes on successful. So Judith, you'll be seeing her a lot in the comment section. So feel free to say hi to Judith, and then you can equally disturb her with your questions. Okay, so we are all here to ensure that this training is being delivered very, very, very successfully. So as you join, we would like you to introduce yourself. You tell us where you're joining us from and equally tell us what you do. Because why so? On this call, you can benefit from a lot. You understand? You can see people who can eventually become business partners. You can eventually have an angel investor. So it's important that when you're starting or when you're joining, you tell us your name and you can tell us where you're joining us from and what you do. It's very capital and very key that we all network in the comment section. Okay, now that the whole introductory phase has been done, I think it's just normal that we officially commence the session. All right. But then let me say hi to all the various people that have been joining. Good morning to Christabel. Good morning to Stella Benjamin. Good morning to Shea Coco International. Shea Coco International, please can you let us know your name? Where are you joining us from? Because I believe you're into cocoa, into shea butter, right? But then you can also expand shade on what your business does. You can have a client on the call. Welcome to Pyros. Okay, Pyros is Nike actually from Nigeria. She's running a shoemaking factory in Lagos. Wonderful, nice. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nike. Hi, Omalola. She's a realtor. Realtor. Okay. Please, can you expatiate on that? You're welcome. Hi, Modupe. She's an educator. So we are happy to have you all on the call. And this is just an encouragement to everybody that is joining us and that has been joining. Please don't be shy. Feel free to use the comment section. You know, the key thing about these sessions is they need to be interactive. You know, we are giving, but at the same time, we need to receive the feedback. We need to make sure that you're understanding. We need to feel you throughout the session. So please use the comment section, drop us messages, text. We want to read from you. We want to all feel you in the sessions. Get in, introduce yourself, and participate. Okay? So welcome to Mariam, the fashion designer. We're happy to have you, Mariam, on the call. Now, let's move forward. Okay, our today's topic is build your brand and sell online, and it's the first out of the series of 8. I'm just going to give you guys a little tip why it's the first. Simply because when you're building this whole business thing, you need to first of all understand that you need a brand. You need what is known as a brand. You understand? Because your brand is that entity that communicates. You know, when you see iPhones, the first thing that comes to your mind is the beaten apple. Or when you see even the beaten apple, the first thing that comes to your mind is the iPhone. So it's important that you understand your brand has a lot of influence as per how you're being seen, as how you're visible. And then when you build this brand, what then would you need to know about e-commerce in general? What are the basics? How do you start? How do you start up on the e-commerce sphere? What is it that you need to know? These are all the details that we're going to be covering in today's session. All right. So welcome once more, and then let's dive in. So, today, this is what we're covering. We're having 3 dedicated agendas to make you understand this session. The very first thing would be how you establish your brand online. How, as a brand owner, do you come online? The second thing that we will be covering today would be how you develop your e-commerce offering. How do you develop this e-commerce offering online? And lastly, we'll be covering utilizing social media to drive sales. So this is our agenda for today. And at the end of every topic that is going to be covered, we're going to have a pause for questions and answers. Okay, so after establish your brand online, we're going to stop and have a pause for question and answers. The same thing after developing your e-commerce offering, we're going to have another pause, and so on. Okay, but if in the course of the session you have a lot of questions that pop up and then coming, don't worry, you can drop them in the comment section, because Judith is here to make sure that I do not miss them, or to answer the questions equally to make sure the session is smooth. Right now, before we officially launch the session, I have a very great news that I want to share with all of you today. It's so awesome, and this simply means Google is offering a free bootcamp. So there's a free bootcamp available for our business owners, little, medium, big. Any business owner, just use this opportunity to take your business to a whole other level. We call this the Hustle Academy Bootcamp. Now, this is a 1-week bootcamp where you're going to learn a lot about business. When you hear bootcamp, you can understand, because it's a bootcamp for a whole week, full week training opportunity, free of charge, and you're going to learn about business strategy. You're going to learn about how you can increase skills. You're going to have in-depth notions about digital marketing. You're going to learn about money. You're going to learn about how you can contract financing. And then you're going to learn about pitching. To be very honest, this is a very wonderful training session that Google is offering, and all this for free. You know, on other seas or maybe on the other top, in other ways, you could have this training maybe for 200,000 naira or something, but this is so free. You're going to have skilled trainers, you're going to have the possibility to interact, network. It's going to be so awesome, and I don't want you to miss this opportunity. So make sure you are a participant of the Hustle Academy Bootcamp. And Judith is going to drop the link in the comment section. So click on that link, register, and trust me, this is an event that you will never ever regret. Okay, now let's start off today's session with one question. One question to open officially the very first session of AWEB Nigeria. Let us know, how do you currently market your business? How do you currently market your business? Now, let me see. I know a lot of people joined while I was talking. Now, let me see. Let me see. Oh, so her name is actually Victoria. Shea Coco, her name is Victoria. She's a member of AWEB, joining in from Lagos. And she's more into skincare. Victoria, it's our pleasure to have you today. You're most welcome. Hi, Faye, Sarah. Wow, this is beautiful. Kevin Israel. Agro processor into different food processing, spices, and packaging. Wonderful. You're most welcome. Welcome, Lola Laoye and Milinar. Wow. Welcome. Welcome to Serifat Davis. You are welcome. Fit Jeffrey, you are most welcome. Wonderful. Wonderful. So we are all happy to have all of you on the call. And once more, a big shout out to AWEB Nigeria for making this possible. Now let us know, how do you currently market your business, everybody? So Modupe says flyers and social media. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so Omolola is into properties. Omolola, tell us, how do you currently market your business? Now, Funbi, welcome. Tell us, that would be nice to know. What is it that you do to market your business? Stella, welcome. How do you currently market your business? Fatima, it's awesome to have you too. Let us know. How do you currently market your business? I'm still waiting for more responses. I've seen just from Muzupe. I'm waiting for many more responses. Welcome, Temi. Welcome, She Farmers Initiative. Nice. It's awesome. Welcome to everybody. Now I'm still waiting for more responses. Remember, I said the session needs to be very participative. You know, this is a win-win. You give and I give too. And also it permits us to really make it best, because the more we receive feedback from you, the more we know how we can communicate and share information. Okay, so Victoria just told me on WhatsApp majorly. Nice. Victoria, I hope you're having your paper and your pen, because this session is going to be awesome. So I've heard just from Victoria and from Modupe so far. I'm still waiting. Can I know, how do you currently market your business? Meanwhile, I'm just saying a warm welcome to everybody. If I may call all the names, it might take us some time. So as you keep joining, you are most welcome. We're happy to have you here. Just join us in the mood as we discuss on how you currently market your business. How do you currently market your business? I'm just waiting for one more response before I open the session. So Nika just told us WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and some e-commerce platform. Round of applause, Nika. Thank you all, everybody, right, for sharing. Now, this for today's session, we're normally going to see where are the places where we can market it online. And for those that have even already started marketing online, you're going to have some more details as to how you should navigate this sphere. Okay? Now, let's talk about establishing your brand online. But then, Anybody has an idea? What are the businesses or what are the benefits that has your business gained from being online? What are the benefits that your business has gained from being online? The benefits that your business has gained from being online. Okay, while you answer this question, let me just head over to telling you that the internet, okay, or internet businesses from statistics reveal that 1.79 billion people bought goods online last year, up to about 1.7 more than the previous year. This is very, very, very interesting. Okay, and then 97% of people learn more about a business online than anywhere else. Okay, now these are just clear statistics to make us understand that it's very capital for you as a business owner to be online. Can you just imagine what 1.79 billion people could represent? It's a lot of people. That means people are already getting accommodated to the buying and selling online. And then it doesn't really end here. It's the last thing that is really most interesting is that it is estimated by 2040, which is in about 12 years. This, yeah, no, 17 years from now, 95% of the purchases will be done online. Trust me, these things come and pass just like this. Did we know 2022 was going to come to the end? So it's important that now, while the whole thing is still getting understood and all, you grab this opportunity. Okay, now this is why you should be online. Now let's talk about how businesses use the internet. It's important that you know many of us here are seeing and knowing or aware of the advantages that is brought about by being online and all. But let's talk about some of those key things that businesses do when they are on the online sphere. The first thing is that's the buying and selling of their products. You know, it's one of the basic things that businesses do online. Okay, businesses create e-commerce websites to sell anything from cell phone contracts to books and CDs. And you know what? Online selling actually eliminates the need for businesses to maintain a brick and mortar store, and in some cases, they don't even have to hold an inventory. A business can also use the internet to buy items and services online, such as bulk buying, office supplies, and printed materials. What else? You can equally reach customers. Businesses use the internet to monitor the purchase of their goods, monitor the trends that are ongoing so they can leverage on it. Okay, then also they can take in feedback from their customers in such a way that is going to help them perfect their business so they can reach customers online. What else? They can advertise. They can use the internet to find new customers through online advertising. Okay, offering text and banner ads on the website as well as informational pieces. The internet allows advertisers to reach potential customers quickly and what especially efficiently. Okay, so what else can you do when you're online? You can research competition. To be very honest with you, I think this is one of the major advantages that the online sphere has brought. You know, in the normal advertising, when you share a flyer, maybe you don't even know what your competitor has done on the flyer. Maybe, like, for example, you shared your flyer, your competitor shared his own flyer at different intervals. Both of you cannot even know what you put in the flyer. But when you are online, you have a Facebook page, your competitor has a Facebook page or a website. You can see, you can monitor, you can use a lot of tools that are available online to see what your competitors are doing. Okay, very, very key. So it's very important for you, for your business to be online. And we're talking about online, it's really leveraging on the whole sphere to to benefit your business. Okay, but what do you need to understand? You need to understand that all these spans out from your goal as a business owner. What do you want to do? Is it that you want to sell products? Okay, you need to identify, is it that you want to buy, is it that you want to advertise, you want to reach customers or research competition? It has to be clearly defined out. Okay, so now, where are those places where you could do all these things online? And then this now leads us to talking about building your online presence. Okay, you know what? It's very key that you as a business owner has an online presence because it will help you very well. Now, let's talk about it deeper. You know, we're in the digital age and it is absolutely essential, okay, for you to have, whether it's a website, an e-commerce platform, a social media page, or even the combination of all three, because you can actually reap a lot of benefits from all these. Okay, because even if a company does not conduct business online, customers and potential customers are expecting to see you online because the world has now become a digital planet. Everybody wants to see, they want to feel something, so it's still key for you to be online. If maybe they don't see you there, you could be losing out on the opportunity to increase your customer base and then to get the word out about your business. Now let's look at some of these examples. Let's talk about Invalid Design. It's actually a South African brand that got themselves online through building a website through Google Sites, which is a free platform available from Google for building websites. Then we have the Juma Art Tools, who use Wix to build their free website, and both of these businesses have what we call a registered business Google business profile. And I'm sure people might be asking themselves, what is a Google business profile? Don't bother, we're going to learn about that. Okay, we're going to learn about that maybe in this session, maybe in the other sessions, but you will learn about it. All right, now all businesses, no matter how small, should have a website. A website is a basic necessity. It should contain the fundamental information customers, both existing and potential, will need. A website is really the base. Okay, now let's talk about the platforms available for you to be reachable online. The very first thing is your own website. Okay, like we said, it's capital that you have your website because it's the base. It's actually, you know, the primary platform where people can see you, learn about yourself, your products and services. You know, with social media, you're just sharing information, but when you have a website, all of this is tucked in a particular way, so they can see you, they can hear you, they can even ask more questions. Then we have social media platforms, all right, which is ideal for you to market your business, and different demographics could find you. We equally have the online directory. This is actually what we call an annual register, okay, or catalog of contacts for your business or websites. An online directory is actually like a place or a platform where there is a lot of details about various companies, their websites, their contacts, and a lot more. Then to conclude, we have e-commerce platforms which you could sell your products or service online. Okay, now we're going to run through what each platform is in more detail and how to set up with venues. Let's talk about e-commerce in Africa. Okay, see, if so far I haven't yet convinced you that your business should be online, let's look at what statistics are telling us. First of all, there are 400 million internet users in Africa, second to China. Now, I want you to understand, they did not say second to Europe, they said second to China. That means we're even more than a lot of continents put together. So it's great that you understand that your business should be online. Now, also, Africa makes up to 10% of global retail sales with an estimated value of 75 billion by 2025, meaning at the moment as we speak, Africa is one of the places where the most retail sales are happening, and it's only going to increase. Then to finish it up, Africa alone generated 16.5 billion from e-commerce in 2017. And trust me, a lot has changed since 2017. People are online more than ever before due to the pandemic that happened in 2020. And obviously, this number has increase. Now, I hope you're convinced that you must be online. Now, let's talk about the e-commerce platforms that are out there and how do you set up your own e-commerce platform. Okay. First of all, let's define what an e-commerce platform is. It's one that allows online businesses to manage their website, marketing, sales, and operations in one place. Okay. Now, e-commerce platforms are actually the backbone of any retail enterprise, allowing the front end and back end to work in how do I say this, in tandem and then efficiently. Okay, then e-commerce platforms help bridge the B2B or B2C exchanges. They don't just support through, they are growth enablers through an organization that can expand its e-commerce offering. They can equally provide seamless customer experience and control in its own destiny. Now let's look at some e-commerce platforms. First of all, we have Amazon, which is one of the world's, I don't think Amazon is a platform that we still introduce, right? Because Amazon, thanks to the way it has grown, has shown us that we can trust e-commerce platforms and that e-commerce is the future, right? Amazon actually sells amongst the most powerful brands in the world. Then we have Konga, which is one of the leading mall in Nigeria. Actually, it's the largest online mall, which was launched in July 2012. And their mission is to become the engine of commerce in trade in Africa. So if at this moment you don't yet have a subscription on Konga, you should think about it. Then we have Jumia, which allows customers to buy products like cell phones, shoes, and groceries online. So these are just these are just a few out of the many out there. And setting up these platforms are actually fairly simple. Okay, now let's talk about the marketplaces. All right, so after the e-commerce platforms, we have now marketplaces. So what you could do is to set up an account on an online marketplace. For example, Kilimall. Kilimall is an online shopping mall in Africa, Kenya's largest online shopping mall. Actually, Bid or Buy is equally an online marketplace from South Africa where you can trade and sell, whether it's a business or it's an individual. And finally, we have Gigi, which is a Nigerian online marketplace similar to Bid or Buy, where you buy anything from vehicles to properties to health and beauty tools and services. Okay, now we just looked at e-commerce platforms, then we looked at equally online marketplaces. Let's now talk about the online business directory. First of all, you need to know that an online business directory is a website or a printed listing. So it can be in two formats, whether a website or it could be a printed listing of information which lists businesses within niche and base categories. Businesses can be categorized according to the niche or the industry, according to the location, the activity or size. The businesses may be compiled either manually or through an automated online search software. This is so that customers can find your business easily. So some examples of online business directories: there's Yellow Pages of Africa and equally Africa Business Pages. I'll invite you to go and check up one of these platforms so that you know exactly what we are talking about. Okay, then now, how do you get listed on an online directory? Okay, it's quite a simple process. All right, it's quite a simple process. There are just a variety of steps that you need to fulfill and put into application. So the very first thing is that you need to register your business details, like what your business does and then the sector. Then you're going to mention the country and the region that your business is based in. Then you put your contact and then personal details to set up your account. So like I told you, I invite you to go to Africa Business Pages, okay, to check up how you can get started online. Okay, I've been talking too much. I want to see if it's understandable so far in the comment section. Okay, welcome to everybody. Let us know so far, how is the session understandable? Drop that comment too, please. Now there's a link that is equally going to help you if you're trying to have more details about online directory. The link is going to be dropped by Judith. So Judith is going to take this link and put it, either Judith or Beryl can drop it in the comment section. Okay, now let us continue with getting your business on social media. We just spoke about the e-commerce platforms, we spoke about the online marketplaces, that's where your business can be, and prior to that we had already mentioned the website. We equally spoke about the online directory. Now let's look at getting your business on social media. Now with the right marketing plan, you can use social media platforms to create successful campaigns and increase sales, brand recognition, and customer service. Setting up a business social media account varies across different platforms, but the steps are very, very similar. That's true. You sign up, you add pictures, you create a username, you add the business details. And now most social media websites provide a landing page and guide onto how you can set up this account. Now officially, there are different social media platforms. You need to just pick one according to your business goal, according to your business type, according to your client base. All right, now we just covered where you can establish your business online, and I want to stop here for you to tell me if you have any questions so far. So we just covered one, how, okay, we just gave in some basic information about how you need to be online, and then information, statistics as to the sales that have been done online before, and then how Africa is taking up on the online market. Then we just saw where are you going to be if you're coming to the online space. That's what we spoke about, you having a website, and we looked at Invalia as an example. We then talked about e-commerce platforms, we talked about online marketplaces, and we just concluded with online directories and then social media. So far, do you have any questions? Okay, thank you so much, Nike, Modupe, Victoria, Fauzia, and Kevin Israel. Thank you all for these comments. But then, do you have any questions concerning this first part? Do you have any questions? Is there something you'd like to know before we move on to the second part? Before we move on. Meanwhile, just drop the questions and I'll head over to the second part. And here we'll be talking about developing your e-commerce offering. So the very first thing was establishing your brand online. Okay. Now we're going to see how you per se can develop your e-commerce offering. Now, the very first thing is, when you are building your website, you need to first of all pick a domain. And a domain is the name of the website. This is actually how customers will find you. You understand? And let me take a concrete example. You see www.impacthire.org, right? So the domain is impacthire.org, and this permits Impact Hire to be differentiated. Okay, so when you buy a domain, you purchase the name of your site so others can't use it. So it's important that you already get a domain name. It's exactly like maybe when you're securing your business. I don't know, maybe the organ that secures that validates brands in Nigeria, but in my country it's OAPI. So for your brand to be secured and to make sure that nobody takes your brand name, you need to go and deposit it there. Okay, and you pay a fine to say, okay, if somebody one day uses this name, then I'll sue the person because I deposited a file for this brand name. You understand? So that's exactly like the same role that a domain plays for you to secure the space for your website. All right. Now, there are many sites. On the contrary, maybe to this organization that validates registrations and all, but there are many sites where you can actually purchase a domain name. If, for example, there's Africa domain, there's Google domains, they're just a few of the platforms. So a domain name can be a combination of letters and numbers. It can be used in combination of the various domain name extensions such as .com, .net, .org, and the domain name must be registered before you can use it because every domain name is unique. No two websites can have the same domain name. If someone types in www.impacther.org, it will come to our domain, even if the person went to do another impact her. You understand? Now, there's a fun fact. Computers use IP addresses, which are a series of numbers. However, it is difficult for humans to remember strings of all those numbers. This is why we actually, like, that's why the domain name was developed, because you can easily remember a word, but the computer would remember the numbers. So the first thing, pick a domain name. Now let's continue. Where then can you secure your domain name? Like I told you, there are a couple of places. Now you can go to godaddy.com, where you're going to pick up your domain names. All right, you can go to Domain King, you can go to Bluehost. Now there's something about these domain name places, or these domain name purchasing places, is that some of them would have extra features like website builders. Some of them can help you with other storage, like with storage of maybe data or something. Okay, but it's up to you. And purchasing a domain is really not that complicated. If you're looking for other platforms, there's equally Google Host, there's Host Africa, but this is where you can purchase a domain name. So the second step is where you're building your website. Now, before I continue with building your website, remember that in the very first beginning of the session today, I mentioned that the website is key. The website is capital, and that every business owner should strive to have a website. If, as we're talking today on the call, you don't yet have a website, and especially if you're in Nigeria, let me be very honest, you might be losing on a lot. Nigeria has really developed. When we'll be doing the other sessions, you're going to realize that Nigeria has gone a lot. The statistics even show that in Nigeria currently, 65% of those who own a mobile phone shop online. And to be very honest, whenever somebody is looking for something, right, there's a very high tendency that a person just takes his phone and then just goes to Google looking for this around me. And trust me, when you have a website, you have more chances of benefiting from SEO. Okay, so it's important that you have a website. That is why in this building your brand and selling online, we're talking about websites. We're talking about all these details. Okay, so after you've purchased now your domain name, the second thing that you're supposed to do is you're building the website per se. Normally, building a website would require you maybe to learning how to code and all that kind of thing normally. But in today's day, right, things have become more easier. Now you can create a website using what we call a website builder. So whether you own a small business or you're looking to create your own blog, website builders make it so easy for you. You don't even have to hire maybe a website designer to have a professionally designed website, especially when you're starting and you don't yet have the means to invest into having a really high-tech website. Just use a simple website builder because they make it easy for users to actually make their own website with little effort or coding skills. So by using website building platforms, anyone can achieve a professionally designed site without using a web designer. For example, we have Wix, we have Google Sites, we have Google Business Profile through the Squarespace. We equally have WordPress, but Wix is a little bit more easier. So these are things that can help you do a website on your own. You understand? Now let's talk about how you can utilize and customize templates. Now templates actually play a big part of what makes website builders easy to use, okay, than building a website from scratch. Because with a template, you get all the basic structure and the design of your website put place right there, and then all you do is tweak, you adjust it on concerning your business, concerning the information that you're trying to showcase. If you can find a template that comes pretty close to what you want your website to look like, the work of customizing it, honestly, it'll be easier. I can talk to you like this because I've tried it before. I don't have competencies in building websites, but I've played a lot with some of these templates, and I've realized that it's really so not complicated as it seems. So the very first step, remember, was to pick your domain name. The second step was to build your website. Now the third step is to uploading content. So after you've now built your website and you've maybe chosen the template and the colors that are adequate, the last thing or the final step would be the content. So the digital content will be the text, the images, the videos, and other media that visitors would see when they come to your site. You help customers to understand what your business is all about, your product, services, who they are, who are the faces behind the website too. All right. For example, I'm sure you can see Jumia doors on the screen. What they use was Wix. Okay. In Bailey Design, what they use was Google Sites. Okay. And for you to go there, Wix is www.wix.com, and then Google Sites, it's sites.google.com. Okay. Now let's continue with the best practices when you're creating content for your website. First of all, I'm going to tell you people that content is capital. Content is capital when you're having a website. Okay. The way you write concerning your business, the way you write some things would determine how people will equally take you. So it's important that you take into consideration these key tips that we're going to give you. The very first thing is you need to prioritize your audience. Okay. So it's tempting to make your website copy all about you, but your site will resonate more with your visitors if you think about what they need first. That doesn't mean your web copy won't communicate what you do, okay? That's kind of the point, but try to frame it in a way that permits the client to see that they are at the center, that you're first of all trying to solve their problems before thinking about what you think about yourself, you understand? So the major person here is, or the major people are first of all your clients. Now the other thing that you'll need to do is research your competitors. See, this is a pro tip. This researching competitors is a pro tip. Even a professional in digital marketing, when the person has to work maybe on a company for a real strategy or something, there's research being done, because you need to see what others are being done. Because if you see something really little that is not being done well, you can anticipate and propose something better, isn't it? And equally, you figure out your unique positioning. You take a little time to research what the other websites are doing, so you can see what's similar to yours. And then you see, okay, what makes me different? Okay, that's your unique value proposition, and you're going to put it out there. You highlight what makes you special and how you plan to serve people. Then you also need to learn about search engine optimization basics. All right, so simply put, search engine optimization is all the efforts that you are putting in so that your website, you appear first in the search query. You understand? So you appear first up there. For example, if you take your phone and then you type restaurants in these places, you understand, tack tack tack, that's where then you're going to receive answers. Okay, the first above, right? They have a very good SEO. So your effort would be to make sure that you rank high above there. Okay, now these are some of the practices that you need to understand when making the content for your business. Now let's talk about how you can go above and beyond with these e-commerce plugins. Okay, first of all, permission and then discount codes. Okay, these are plugins. Plugins are actually simply, let's say, online tools that are available that you add on your website to facilitate processes. Okay, so they can be process plugins. For example, promotion and discount code is just simply something you not need maybe to type out a whole code to include it to your website. You just maybe purchase that plugin and then it's going to be attached to your website, and then for promotion and discount the plugin will do the work that it's supposed to do. Okay, for example, easy to check out might be another plugin that you want to integrate. Easy to use checkout, search engine optimization, email marketing integration plugins, and then multiple payment options. I'm sure we are more familiar with this because this is a plugin that is mainly used to facilitate payment processes. Okay, now where then do you download these plugins? You download these extra tools that now help your website more interesting. You can download them on WooCommerce. Okay, you can download them on Easy Digital Downloads. You can download them on WP Commerce. So these are the areas where you can download plugins. Now let's continue with something that I would like you to always keep in your mind, that you need to make sure that your website is mobile friendly. In as even if we have to remove the statistics that are being here, that 2.4 billion people will shop online, or by 2021, or have already done so, or that 21 million shoppers across Nigeria, and or if we even have to remove all these statistics, you and I, we know that generally we use our phones, especially even now that people now use serious phones, maybe like iPhone, Samsung, Xiaomi, and all those brands that are trying to make phones as robust as possible. You understand that searches are generally done with phones, so you need to make sure that your website is mobile friendly, that anything can be done. Okay, sorry for the little glitch. That anything can be done with the phone. So you need to consider that particularity about your website. Understand? Understood? Now, there is a good way for you to check if your website is mobile friendly. You just go to g.co/test my site. g.co/test my site, and then you're going to check. You input your domain name there and you're going to see if your website is mobile friendly. So we're going to stop here for the second part of question and answers. We're going to stop here for the second part of questions and answers, and I'm all yours. Okay, Victoria, if you already have a website, right, means you already have a domain name. You understand? If you already have a website, then you already have a domain name. Okay, Judy had answered. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry, Oluyemisi, sorry. Burial. There's a lot of issues with logging in, and Burial should see about that. Okay, Judy, thank you so much. Modupe, what should be posted, please? Okay, yes. Judy, please post g.co/test my site so that people would test their website to see if their website are friendly. Let me see. Let me see if I can help you. Judy to post that link. Don't worry. Meanwhile, let me also see if I can get that link quickly for you. Mm, Meanwhile, if you have any more questions, please keep them coming. Please keep them coming. Any more questions? Please keep them coming in. Mhm. Okay, Judith has done that already. Thank you so much, Judith. So, apart from this question, do we have any others before we quickly go to the last part? Any other question? Well, while you're dropping those questions, let me forward to the last part where we're talking about how you can utilize social media to drive sales. Now, question. This is a very good one. Can you change your domain name? Yes, you can change your domain name. Okay, but then let me just tell you there's a lot that's going to change. You might lose the details of the old website because changing your domain name is practically similar to changing your business online. So you might lose details. You might lose a lot of details with that old website. You understand? So if you're changing your domain name, you might lose the details with the old website. So I wouldn't really advise you to do that, except you just want to build a whole website from scratch again. That's a better option because it's practically the same thing. And listen. So Mercy, thank you for the comment. How do you check on our competitors? Okay, Mercy, I'll take you a very, very simple example. Okay, you have a Facebook page, maybe, or if you don't, let's say you have a Facebook page. Do you know that on Facebook, there are some pages where you can put some pages that you want to monitor down? Like Facebook will give you the possibility to choose, like, okay, this page, do you want to monitor it? Monitor it. You understand? That's one means. So you can see how you're doing. Another means is you just simply do your online research. For example, you have a website, you know a bit who are your competitors, you know what sector, you know the sector that you're being in now, you have an idea of your positioning. If you are just entering the market, you know how the market looks like already. So you understand, for example, that okay, these people have been in the market since for long and things like that. You go and check them out. What are they doing? What have they done? How did they get there? You look at their website, you see how they've written on their website, you try to look at their social media, you do what we call stalking, but it's professional stalking. It's professional stalking. You check out how they're doing, you check where do they have pages, Instagram, then trying to do the evaluation. Okay, this is how they're doing. What can I do? You understand? So I'm not going to tell you per se maybe that is um maybe competitor finder. No, what you can maybe use is there are some tools on Google that can help you maybe find out what is trending, like trends, for example, to see maybe how your competitors are living leveraging on that and all. You know, that's what you can do. Okay, so Mercy, when you're starting with SEO, okay, the very first thing I'm going to tell you, the basic in SEO is content. Because the whole process of SEO is that Google is trying to see if you are a website that is worthy of trust. You understand? If you are a website that they can position above, that you are somebody that they can trust so that they can share your information. So the right content generally gives you right SEO. But then content is not the only thing, because online, the way there's physical thief in real life is the way there's also online scamming. That's why maybe you will need plugins or some other things to help you get your site. But fundamentally, SEO is directly proportional to content. That's how you start your SEO knowledge. Okay, because for a website to rank above is the amount of content that has been posted and a couple of things. Okay, so content is really the number one friend when we're talking about SEO knowledge. All right. Mercy, Alison, let me know. Are we good? Can we continue? Any other questions? Google says test my site is no longer available in sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, Victoria. Now this information that you're just giving me, let me try the link. Okay. All right. It's true. Yes, yes. That's what is written on the link, but yeah, that's what is written on the link, but I think they're still giving options on how you can make sure that your site is mobile friendly. So to all those that will go to g.co.test my site, trust me, you'll have an idea on how you can make sure that your site is mobile friendly. Now let me just quickly round up the last part as we continue. There was a question, no? Did you guys see this question where I asked how social media can benefit your business? Because nobody is answered yet. Meanwhile, drop me these answers, please, while we continue by seeing the benefits of social media. First of all, you can generate more sales, you can add value to your brand, you can improve your marketing, you can build relationships and networks, you can stay competitive. Okay, now for you to really benefit from social media, you need to set up what we call a social strategy. Okay, social media strategy, and this is made up of audience business goals, the social media platforms that you're going to use, the tone of voice, and then you're equally going to define what success means to you, what success would mean to you as a brand. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my camera and my audio for just one, no, 10 seconds maximum. I just want to quickly check a network detail, please. Okay, I am back. 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 Thank you for your patience. See, it was 10 seconds. So let's now dive deeper into the social strategy. First of all, the very first point in your social strategy is where you're defining your audience. Who are your audience? What are they interested in? Who and what influences them? When are they usually online? Which social media channels do they use? See, these questions are very important. You don't even know how much. You know that somebody that is 18 years old does not have the same preference with somebody that is 28. Both of them are in different spheres of lives. Both of them think otherwise, and you generally know that currently those that are from 13 to 18, they are really trending with TikTok and a lot. It's true that TikTok can make a lot of sales, but you know that those people really are about fun and things like that. So you know if you're selling to them, even if you want to be serious more, you have to play a lot. So you need to think of the social media that they're using. But somebody from 28 to 35, you know, oh, okay, these are career people that are successful, maybe sometimes they're relaxing, they want to just see what is up on the internet and things like that. You know, now the approach is a little bit more mature, it's a little bit, you understand, and you're not going to be dancing on TikTok. You're definitely going to be doing reels on Instagram, understand? So You need to think about that. You're definitely going to be seeing how to do DIYs on YouTube. So if your business is Pinterestable, you're going to think about Pinterest too. So you need to really be able to answer this question concerning your audience. Now, the second thing is your goals. You know, there is only a favorable wind to he who knows where he's going to. That's what Seneca said. No, Seneca? Seneca is a very great thought leader. So you need to be able to give, you need to be able to define your goals, and your goals from span to whether is it that you want to give customers a better, whether you want to give a better customer service, or again you want to grow brand awareness, or is it that you want to generate more sales, or you want to get more people on your site, you want to connect with influencers. The goals can be anything, but then they need to be defined, because it's because you have a goal that obviously a lot of things fall into place. Like for example, the platform which you're going to use. You know that at this point in time where I'm talking about picking a platform, it is directly proportional to what I said, your audience, and then to your goal. Is it business focused or lifestyle focused? Start with one. Okay, for example, if your business focus, tell me, are you going to TikTok? No, you're not going to TikTok, because maybe your clients are definitely not TikToking, they're LinkedIning. You understand? Some of them might be Facebooking, or IG. Okay, lifestyle focus, obviously you're Instagramming, you're Instagramming. You might Pinterest a little bit too. So you need to understand, first of all, the way, or the tone that you're trying to give your business. All right, now the next thing is you need to start with one. Test, learn, try another. Start with one, because social media should not be something that should be neglected. You should not be doing social media like it's just one little activity. It's a key activity, it's a capital activity, you understand? So do it one thing at a time, but remember that you need to consider your audience, and then you need to consider, equally, your goal. Oh, and also you should know that different channels have different strategies. Different channels have different strategies. Okay, now let's talk about your brand's social voice. Now, the tone of voice actually applies to creating any piece of content and communicating with your audience online. Tone of voice normally reflects your brand's personality, helps you to connect with your audience, and makes you different from the rest. So you need to consider creating some brand guidelines like logo use, fonts and colors, the personality, the don'ts and the don'ts, and then the style of the images. All right. So this is what we call, or this is what we mean by the tone of voice. Now, most especially, you need to define what success means to you, or what it means for your business. You set out the goals that are specific to your business, and how you can measure whether you've succeeded or not. Is it growth in sales and traffic? Is it improvement in customer service calls, answered or star ratings? Is it increasing brand awareness? All this you need to consider. Now, which social media does your business currently use? All right, let me know, which social media does your business currently use? While you're doing that, let me first of all start by, flying through most of these social media. Now, Twitter. Twitter is a very interesting social media platform. But I don't know if some of you are already using Twitter, but people generally say Twitter is for, the allies in quotes, because Twitter is very good for those that can type and that are good with texting, because it's very good for quick conversation, for PR. You can easily, how can I say this? You can easily make a campaign get more visibility on Twitter. Honestly, you know, many people got to know about NSARS, whatever was happening with SARS in Nigeria, thanks to Twitter, because there was a hashtag that was trending, NSARS, and this got the attention of the authority and things like that. So Twitter, you need to know how to text, okay? But it's not very complicated. First of all, just enter normally with your professional picture. You need to get noticed by joining conversations. Like, Twitter is a mixture between fun and serious. I seen, you understand a bit how a proctor doctor works, right? You need to have a particular style to enter this platform. You understand? You can get noticed by joining conversation using hashtags, ask questions by running polls, retweet, and engage. This is a website, a social media where you need to talk. It's not something where you stay silent and you observe, or if not, observation will pass you by. So you need to really fire up conversation. So you can use features like pinning tweets, or right, maybe other features like doing or participating in these, how they call this again, these Twitter lives. I forgot. I'm going to think of the name. How could I forget? A space. Voila, Twitter space. Twitter space. Okay. The next thing is Facebook. Okay. So Facebook, it's good. Facebook is good because there are many, 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 many people on Facebook. So you can help customers to find you and see what your business is all about. You understand? You can link your website and all add details around your website. Now, Facebook is a place where you need to be constant about posting visual, text, everything. All right, joining in the trends that are happening and a lot more. Now, Instagram is where you draw people's attention with great visuals, awesome visual. It's the place to share pictures and videos, from new products to a day at the beach. You're actually using pictures to tell stories to get people interested. You're using pictures and videos to connect with people. All right, you follow influencers, brands, or people that you find interesting. Then we have LinkedIn, the serious network, where it's great for resuming and building a professional network, connecting with peers, where you can create a personal or a company page, add details. Treat LinkedIn like a CV, all right. But at the same time, you need to also add a vibe of community inside. So you need to be professional, but you add a vibe, a little bit. You spice up LinkedIn by being community friendly. Okay. Now I'm just going to tell you guys that all these you need to. A colleague of mine usually says that you need to know these all these social media, because if you want to live flashy lifestyle and all, or you want to showcase flashy and or Instagram, or if you want to vibe Twitter, if you want to make greetings, it's LinkedIn. Okay, if you want to just use it's Facebook. All right, you need to know all of them, because all of them have different vibes. You understand? And think about what is really capital for your business. Remember, you need to consider your audience, you need to consider your goals when you're choosing the best platform for your business. Okay, now we're going to stop here for the last pause of question and answers. Meanwhile, I'm sure the attendance form has been dropped
Lorian,
already.
Lorian, I don't think we can
Yes.
see your screen.
Oh my, this is very
Just
weird.
see you.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. My screen is so visible on my end.
Yeah.
Let me refresh. Please give me a few minutes. I'm trying to refresh. But then what page? What page die? Really? Wonderful. Okay. Just let me know where I was when you lost me. Mm-hmm. No, Judy, that was actually a network. No, that was actually a network because we have actually been conversing since. Yes, burial. Yes. Where did I stop? I'm seeing people commenting about the social medias that they use. Very Judy, it's actually your network that are the problem, Judith. Okay, so all right. I don't even know what's that. So in this social media, right, we just looked at all the various social media platforms from LinkedIn to Twitter to Facebook to Instagram. And I don't even know if you have questions. Do you have questions? Because, oh, really, Mercy? I'm so sorry. I did not even realize because the stats were moving on my end. Sorry. Now I guess they're visible. Maybe I'll just take them back a little bit so you can see. Okay. So sorry about that. So this is actually what we covered, right? The benefits, then we saw how to set up a strategy. We talked about the audience, the goals, the platform. I'm sure you're seeing as I'm moving the slides now. Judith, I'm being right. The brand's voice, but I'm sure you all understood the explanation, defining success. Then which social media platforms does your business use? I spoke about Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and then I was already concluding. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was so into explaining the lesson that I did not even know this is what you were going through. So for Davies, that said that screen is blurred. Please use 720 pixel because it's very clear on my end. Blurred. I'm not understanding. Judith, how is the screen on your end? Okay, I'm really sorry about this. Judith, please can you drop the attendance form? I don't know. I don't know what to say because it's clear on my end. No, but I've actually finished though. I'm sorry about the screen. I'm not understanding because it's so clear on my end. Like if I do a screenshot now, yeah, it'll really be neat. Oh, but Even though you could not see, I'm sure you heard me. So concerning all the social media strategy, did you hear anything? Thank you, Solo. I'm going ahead. Did you have any question and anything? Barry has just dropped in the attendance form. Barry has dropped in the attendance form, so please do well to fill in the attendance form. And my sincere apologies for the issue. It's really network because on my end it's very visible, but I don't know why reaching your end it's blurry. I'm sorry, Davis. Let me try. Yeah, if I refresh this, it's gonna end the session. Yeah, it's a little network glitch, I'm sure, but then the session is almost over. Meanwhile, if there are no other questions, maybe concerning the topic itself and not the technical details, Google is offering a free bootcamp called the Hustle Academy Bootcamp. And Judy, to please drop the link again while you're filling the attendance form. Please equally register for the Hustle Academy Bootcamp. Also, so if you want to learn more, you can learn you can learn more at learndigital.wigoogle.com/digital skills/courses. That link too is going to be dropped in the comment section. Then you can find us on social media, Digital Skills for Africa, even Impact, you can find us on all the social media platforms. And thank you all for being around. Honestly, apologies sincerely for this transmission disconnectivity issue because I was really confident about the fact that it was very clear on your end. So sorry. Really apologies for this. But I hope you understood the session amidst all the network and all the difficulties that we face. Please tell me, how was the session? Did you understand? Can you apply it? Was it valuable? Did you learn something? It's really important that at least I know that the message was passed out amidst the various the little glitch that I experienced during the session and I was not even aware. Tell me, how was the session? Waiting for your comments. Today's topic is build your brand and sell online. Yes, Ruth, I know it's audible, but I'm asking, I'm sure you were here throughout. How was the session? How was the teaching? Today's topic is build your brand and sell online. That's for Davies. I'm not seeing any comments yet. Let me see your comments. Oh, Serifat, I love your comments. Okay. Okay, thank you, Nike. Nike's comment is heartwarming. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you, Mike. I'm really sorry, Sola. Yes. Yes. So thank you all for staying around, and I'm sorry that I did not notice that glitch way before. I was explaining and thinking we were together. Sorry. And thank you all for being around. So please make sure that you fill the attendance form before we say thank you and bye bye. Yep.